If I've been able to pull myself away from my PC long enough to watch a movie and do a video about it, it can only mean one thing. The servers for Diablo 3 are having yet another problem, so let's do a video. The Dictator. The Dictator stars Sacha Baron Cohen, who's really known for Borat and Bruno. The dude's made for offending people from movies that really play off of stereotypes. Enter the movie The Dictator. Now, before Borat and Bruno were these mockumentary type movies, The Dictator's set up to be a movie. It's not like a mockumentary. Who is a stereotypical terrorist type dictator douchebag? And you would think that's the only stereotype he plays off of, but this movie really slanders a lot of stereotypes, which I personally like. I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Stereotype humor works for me. It makes me laugh. And in terms of things that work in the movie The Dictator, that really works. I just like knowing that this movie offends really everybody. Anyone can really watch this movie and they'll be like, ah, that's really funny because I'm not part of that stereotype, so now I'm laughing. Then another scene will happen, they'll be like, hey, that's not funny. It's almost like it's making fun of me. I just like knowing that that's gonna happen with most people who watch this movie. They're gonna get offended and they're gonna laugh and it's gonna be a good time. The movie slanders everybody. That is equality at its finest. The bummer is this movie does a thing that I've seen quite a few movies do and it never really works for me. The scenes are set up as isolated jokes. People enter the scene to set up the joke happens and the scene goes to somewhere else. Then rinse and repeat. It makes every joke feel isolated. This movie does that. It worked more for this movie just because you know that going in. You know, going into the movie, you're like, it's gonna be like that. However, I always hate seeing that. It never really makes the movie flow for me. But there are quite a few times in this movie I was laughing my ass off. I was like, that's funny. Then other times where I was like, I cannot believe they're doing that shit. But it's a Sacha Baron Cohen movie. Did it surprise me? Not at all. If anything takes you by surprise, you really did sleep through or blink through the first shot in this movie. People are gonna be like, the movie is reprehensible. But that doesn't mean it's a bad movie. The movie is offensive, but it's set out to be offensive. So in that, you can't say it being offensive is a bad thing. It's kind of like ever say a girl looks slutty, but you don't mean she looks ugly, you just mean she looks slutty. In fact, she looks attractive, she's hot, she just looks slutty. And if she dressed really skimpy to catch the male eye, all you're saying is you're succeeding in what you set out to do, and it is not necessarily a bad thing, just like The Dictator. Did it set out to be an offensive movie? Yes. Are people calling it an offensive movie? Yes. Is it a bad thing? No, not necessarily. Just like the slutty chick, you see what I mean? Oh, you know what I mean. This feels like one of those it's a good time if you're drunk type movies, but there were quite a few scenes that I was laughing in. And I can't laugh in all those scenes stone sober and then be like, oh yeah, you laugh if you're drunk, because I wasn't drunk and I was laughing. Nothing's really the wow factor in this movie. There's no scene that I'm gonna remember months down the line and be like, that scene, yeah. However, the movie is good for some laughs. So I will say The Dictator is a good time, no alcohol required. If you like movies like this. So if you go see this movie because I said it's a good time, no alcohol required, and you hate these kind of movies and you hate it, don't come crying to me because you know what you like. And if you don't like Sacha Baron Cohen movies, you're not going to like this movie. So of the comedies that are deemed offensive, what's your favorite one? I'm interested to see now what people consider offensive. Whatever it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.